Yesterday, I downloaded all the data for Madrid, and I was pleasantly surprised by that they are using nodes along the way that have all the details. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have a look at the route relations. I already made some changes, so I have this button here that looks for everything that's modified. Then if I look at my selection, I'm going to select a bus line here, for instance, this 42 bus. Might already have done that. Let's have a look. Okay. Already worked on that one apparently. Then with that, with those two route relations selected, I ask validation. It finds one problem in the route segment with no automatic fix. Okay. So let's go and have a look. What's all that? Okay, so all these ways pertaining to the roundabout don't need to be in the route relation. I have another search button here that searches in the view for everything that's junction roundabout. Apparently, this is not junction roundabout. So that search button doesn't work here. Okay, now I have them all. They're yellow here. I can easily remove them from the route by doing this. I save. And now they only need this way, but this way is not split correctly. So I'm going to split it on these nodes. And then I'm going to add, and now it's continuous. Here is another roundabout. I'm going to zoom to it. I'm going to save my relation because this is working on the relation and this is working on that same relation. We're making modifications to it, and both are as if they were two different users. And if you change something both here and there, you get a conflict. I have a button here which I created, which comes from here, tool split roundabout. That's something that's added by the public transport assistant plugin. Can split the roundabout, and I want to make it completely round. Yes. Something happened, but it didn't happen correctly. Anyway, I made a change here. To make sure that the relation editor knows about it, we need to press this refresh button. This went wrong, so that's odd. Usually gets it right. It splits the roundabout on every incoming way that has a route relation. That happened correctly, but normally it also is capable of reconstructing the route relations that use that roundabout. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to select those two routes again. So bus 42 it was. Select relation. I'm going to ask for validation once again. Stop position and not part of route. Let's go and have a look at that. So there seems to be this stop position. Let's zoom into. This is not part of that route. That is odd. So this seems like the bus is going to cross through this roundabout like that, but then it's not going to serve this stop. That is weird. don't seem to have better imagery than Bing. But Bing is quite clear, so that's good. If it has to serve this bus stop, then I'm going to download some more data. And then I'm going to remove this way from the route. So again, I can go to the way and go and select it, or I can use this button and it will go. And then I'm going to make sure that the route passes here. Okay. So now it serves that stop. Let's have a look at these. Maybe it's the same thing. Seems to be about the same thing. Okay, so let's select 42 is still selected here. I can do select relation easily. Ask for validation. Again, edit. I'm going to press select here. Now this way is part of it, so the stop position is also part of it, so I don't see what it's complaining about. Oh, I don't see that way. Oh, there's a platform, of course. This way, it's there, so I don't see why it's still complaining. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to select those relations. I'm also having this button here. I'm going to the Control F, then we can see what it did. It's finding everything that's modified except for stuff of type relation, and it's going to add to the selection I already had. If you also want to do that, you put that string there, add to selection, and then add toolbar button, and then you will get an extra button there to do that conveniently. I'm doing it this way because now I have several ways that are affected by my modifications, but I don't want to upload all the route relations. I want to look at them one by one. But all the changes I make to correct one route relation, I want to have them bundled with in that change set. So file, upload selection, continue. Yeah, this is strange that this error remains there. So bus 42. Okay. Okay, so let's, what I like to do is this upload selection. So I'm going to add a button. If I go here under file, upload selection is something that I use all the time. So now here at the end, this was added. These buttons can go because I already have that over here. And this one too. Okay, so now I have my upload button there and my modified everything that's not a relation over here. Okay, now I want to know everything that's modified, so that's that button. And now I can look into selection. This is odd. There is a route relation of 0 members. There is only one way in that. So that's not a valid route relation, so let's remove that one. Okay. Let's look at everything that's modified once again. So now I'm going to to work on this 66, for example. So I select them, and then I do validation. Route relation contains a forward-backward roll. So let's have a look. This is the old way of doing this. So this is probably not version 2 route relation. So that needs to become 1. I'm not going to work on it. That will be for later to convert it to version 2. So again, I look at everything that is changed. Bus 82, select. What I can also do is select in relation list, then they're conveniently there for selection again. Validation. No problems. Let's have a look at them. So what the public transport assistant does for you is to show you helpful numbers with the ref and the sequence in the route relation that those stops have. So you can immediately see that that the order is correct. It also shows you here 82, so this stop is only in a relation with reference 82. With stop 2. Yeah. So if we find other stops, they might be in more than here. This one is in 8 and 82. It's not extremely clear. Okay. So this is continuous and there are no errors reported for it. So I can simply upload this. So I'm going to select those relations, add everything that I modified, but I didn't do anything for this one. So then I can do upload selection and this one can go. Continue. So this is bus 82. Okay, so I'm going to find other route relations that are changed. Like 64 here. Select the relation list, select relation, validation. I have 17 warnings this time. Problem in the route segment with no automatic fix. Okay, here is one that goes in the wrong direction. Here I can press the fix button and have a look at it. It's going, the bus is driving like this. The stop is there to the south, but this way it does not have an exception for buses. It probably is allowed for buses to go against the flow there, but so this is yeah, that problem. I'm going to have to ignore it. I could add a note to ask for somebody to go and have a look whether there is an exception for buses there. Let's go to the beginning. Okay. This route starts on a roundabout. To download a bit more data. Then I'm going to split this roundabout. Yes. And I'm also going to add, well, I'm going to add this way to those route relations. So to the one, to this one, I need to add it to the start, and yeah, to this one. Oh, yeah, this one to the start, and this one probably at the end then, I suppose. Okay. Okay, so now it's in both those route relations. Now I have this map mode that adds stop position nodes, but there are some side effects So I'm going to make this node into a stop position. I like to have the route relations stop at the stop position. So this way is the last way here, and the stop position is the terminates that. Okay. And then here the same for the start of that route. Now I can go to this one. These buttons are gray, so now I can split the roundabout. Yes. I get an error. So it seems to have, I have to do refresh here to make sure that here there is discontinuity. This way doesn't belong in there. I can use this button to remove it. But then of course I have this gap here. So I still need to split there, select that way, add it. There you go. So this one is complete except for I need a final stop position here on this roundabout. Could probably reuse that node for that. So map mode first, adding stop positions. I add it here. I move it a little bit. I like to have it at the front of the bus. I'm going to select the whole roundabout. Doesn't find it, why not? This is not mapped as junction roundabout, is mapped as one way, yes. So apparently that's how it's done in Spain. Let's see, do I have another? There. So I have this button too. But this only finds closed if they're closed. So, but let's use this. And I only want in view. So I want everything in view that has one way, yes. I think I'm going to have too many ways then. Yeah, so that doesn't help. No, so it's going to be a manual selection. Not entirely sure why those are not mapped as roundabouts. So I have all the ways of the roundabout. I can press E to get all the nodes, and then I press O to align them in a circle. I move this one a little bit, so that's why I wanted to do that again to make it nicely round. Okay. So I'm going to select these two relations again. I'm going to ask validation once more. It still has some problems. Let's see what it finds here. Yeah, that's the same problem, so that I cannot fix. But there is also no automatic fix. So there's still some. Yeah, that's the other route relation that we didn't look at yet. This is strange. If I re-add it, it gets a platform role. Here is an interruption. I can use this one to sort from here down, but that doesn't give me the solution yet, apparently. I thought, yeah. Yeah, okay, so that way needs to be split at that point. And then I can add this way. I can save, but there I don't see the point of splitting there. There is another way here. Yeah. Okay, so maybe it makes sense to split there. Is there another route relation going over that one? No, there isn't. I don't know what's why that is. So to get I have to go all the way around that roundabout. Okay. Select relation, validation. That one we couldn't solve. Now I'm going to add all the things that are not relations to the selection, and then I can upload selection. Here I can see what got modified. So it was 64. So this is a way for me to do major changes somewhere, but to upload them in smaller change sets after all. Again, I'm going to find everything that was changed. So let's try this bus 49 now. Select in relation list, validation. Platform should not be part of a way. So here we have a node on the highway that is tagged public transport platform. Let's look at the history. Now I get the history of my route relations. I wanted the history of this node. And then also let's have a look at the coordinates. They have never changed. So somebody mapped it straight away there. But here in Madrid, most of these bus stops are mapped along the road. 108 meters. Oh, first it was there, and now somebody put it there. Wow. Wow. That is strange. So this bus stop was actually here. So I'm going to take it out of the way again. So I use Alt-Shift-J. So now this is gone here. This node is a new node. We can safely remove it. And then I'm going to look at history again for this one. Control H, coordinates. And now it's 200 meters. Yeah, compared to that one. But 88 meters, so I put it a little bit too far. It has to be somewhere here. Don't know how somebody gets the idea of moving a node like that over there. H. So now it's 10 meters off. Okay, so if it's a node next to the way, then it's all right to have it as public transport platform. Which buses are serving that stop? A lot of them. Okay. In our relations, we're going to again select this 49. Apparently, those are not marked as public transport version 2, so I'm going to add that. Public transport version 2 tag. And now I'm going to do validation again. The validator only works for routes that pretend to be version 2. So some gaps can be decreased by sorting the members. There's 9 instances where it goes against one-way direction flow. So let's have a look at that. Well, let's go to our first stop. Okay. I didn't do anything in the relation yet. I'm going to the map mode to add stop positions. And I add the stop position. What didn't happen is the split of the way and so I'm going to undo that. This way should be the first way in my route relation. And I get so many errors about going against the flow because apparently all the ways are wrong. Here I'm going to sort them. So some gaps have indeed disappeared this way. There is still one gap left. But it's actually these that don't belong in the route relation. Okay, so let's, oh, here is another gap. And here, apparently, it's these ways that don't belong. So remove all of them. Now, of course, I'm missing a part, so I need to split that way there. And then add this way, still broken. I need this way too. Okay, so there you go. Now it's continuous there. Then I'm going to go to the start of the route and I'm going to do again. Now this way is the first way of the route relation. So I'm going to save. Then I'm going to use the map mode to add a stop position. It's going to split the way, and as a side effect, it's also going to remove that part. And nothing changed here. Sometimes this will light up and then it's best to press it. Now I'm going to go to the last stop. Is the stop position. So I'm going to make that into a stop position. And then this one is done. I'm going to select the route relations again. I'm going to do another validation step. Still, I have some problems with one-way traffic. So let's press fix. This is probably the other 49 route. Yeah, so let's start here. This should be my first way, and it isn't. So I'm going to simply flip those, and then I'm going to use this button to sort. Now all the ways are sorted in the correct order normally. On this roundabout, I'm not going to be needing these ways. Okay, save. Going to sort from there downwards. Okay, then these can probably go too. Probably removing a bit too much there. But it seems like this way is not split. So we're going to split it, then add that way once again, sort, and now it becomes continuous. So each time I add a way, I also sort it again. These are two ways that are not needed. So immediately you see that this is not part of the route, so those can go. I'm going to zoom here. I'm going to save my route relation. I'm going to ask that the automatic splitter splits it, and here it did it correctly. Again, this one is not highlighted, but sometimes you need to refresh the route relation so it knows what happened there. Okay, so again, select the relations, validation. There you go. Let's have a look here. I'm going to download some more data. So the bus cannot go like that. So probably I can remove these ways and then split there. Control to remove that one. Oops, didn't get removed. Let's add that. It didn't get removed because this is a round way, all the way around the park. But that's not the way that I want to split. So I'm going to take it out again. This is the way that I want to add. So it's already split correctly. This one. With the middle mouse button, you can select that way. That is the way that I want. But why? Ah, yeah, that one shouldn't be in there. So I'm going to sort again. Those were connected. That's good. I have a bit too much here. So I'm going to remove that way. Split it here. There you go. So now it's continuous here, and it's not going against one-way traffic flow. So again, I'm going to select that relation, validation, no problems reported. I'm going to add all the stuff, all the changes to the geometry of the ways that I made, and then I'm going to do upload selection, continue, and this is for bus 49. I seem to have a problem. Somebody else also changed that way. So let's select this. So I'm going to say resolve. Somebody added surface asphalt on that. Surface asphalt. They're all surface asphalt. So I'm going to push my own changes. But I can keep their tag. Yeah, so they changed the tag, I changed the geometry. So let's apply, select the relation, select everything that was changed, upload the selection, and upload changes again. Now this one is changed too. Resolve. So they get to add the surface, I get to add change the geometry of the way. I do this. My selection is still valid, so I'm going to do upload, continue. I may also add from since I'm using Bing as a source. Upload. Okay, so that was Route 49. These are all the things that I've been changing in the meantime. I thought I already did 66. Let's have a look at these. Select. Ask for validation. 12 warnings. Okay, let's have a look at this, where it goes against the one way. Also, yeah. So first, let's check from Monoteras. This is Monoteras. Yeah, okay. Monoteras. So this is our first stop. Then this should be our first way. That's okay. Then I'm going to ask for the ways to be sorted. Then I'm going to check this roundabout is not included in this route. That and that should go. This part should go. If I select them here, I see them changing there. That's the only part that I need, so this one probably also needs to go. Okay, now it's continuous. Going to save. I'm going to go to this roundabout. It's saved, so I can make a change here in the map. And then I update the route relation and I see that it's continuous again. Here I get visual feedback. Okay, so that one seems to be good. I forgot to select, so here I can say select in relation list, select relation. I can do validation again. Okay, so in this one I still have some gaps. I can have it sorted automatically, but it's not going to solve everything. So then I prefer to have an actual look at the whole thing. This one has an overshoot there. It's starting too soon, so to say. This way doesn't belong to the route. These neither. Okay. Is this already a route? Okay. So I'm going to sort from here down and then see that this is not exactly, oops, I have to make sure that I'm in the selection mode, otherwise I continue adding stop positions. So these ways, okay, apparently all these ways, we don't need them. Now, there is something else that's odd. So these ways, we also don't need them. And the route is actually following that route. This is strange. I'm adding them like this and oh, made a mistake. So I'm going to do cancel and I'm going to do Control Z. So actually, these are the ways, this is the ways that are not needed. I can do edit with those selected, so they're selected there, I can easily remove them and actually have to go around the roundabout. like this. Okay, I add them. They're not all in the correct order, but if I press this one, then it becomes continuous. Okay, so I'm going to select those relations again, ask for validation once again. Route should start and end with the stop position, so let's zoom to that problem. Apparently here it says 24 and there 23. Oh yeah, 22, 23, 24. This is both 1 and 24. So is this a round trip? That's odd. No, okay, it's because I have two route relations selected. So let's only select one. So probably what I need to do is make this node a stop position. Okay, select both relations once again. Ask for validation. The last stop of the route does not match the last way. Let's have a look at what it's meant by that. So I have as a node, a way, and a route relation that are selected. This platform apparently. So I'm going to zoom over here. It's correct too. So these ways need to be added. So that they arrive at this point where the line actually stops. There you go. Okay, so again, select relation, validation, still not entirely happy. So now this way selected, that way. Now it is correct. So now we can ignore that. So apparently it's not finding that way as near to this stop. Okay. So I'm going to select these relations, add all the changes to the geometry, and then upload that selection. Continue. And now we worked on bus 129. So I'm going to end there. This shows how it's possible to find problems, to locate them, and then to solve them by using the stop position node adding mode. What I didn't show is this edge selection mode. Sometimes interesting if the routes are not mapped yet. So here it selects 4 ways because there is a split here and there's a split there, but those 4 belong together, so to say. So that's that. Yeah, so yeah, that's okay for now. So that's, yeah, I'll talk more in another hangout session.